Hey everybody, good morning, good morning, good morning. Ooh, we got some rain. And I have a semi we need to fill. Loading corn. Hey Ron, how we doing? I saw your giant cat the other day. Well, hello there, kitty. You are a monster. So this morning we got Ron here, our bulldozer guy. We're gonna be looking in the new bin site area. We're gonna be doing some measuring. He needs to figure out what we're gonna do for grading. So I'm just gonna walk around and hold the tape or whatever we're gonna do. I don't know. Ron knows what he's doing. I'm just here to listen.
What's going on in the cornfield then?
From right here at the front of the big machine shed back we have to work with, kind of as far as we want to go, and then all the way to the fence. What happened to your fender? Well,
blew a tire, wiped the whole thing out.
So after visiting with our bin guy Brian, he says we need an area that's 250 feet wide, 450 feet long. So Ron's got his little measuring roller thing here. We're gonna roll out some areas, put in some flags, just so we can kind of get a rough idea. This area has a little high spot kind of in the middle. We need to figure out how we can best divert the water away from where our pit's gonna be. So I guess it's a lot easier to plan stuff out here and then figure it out instead of doing it and then making a mistake, right Ron?
Right. So it would be how far to the pit?
Maybe 150.
There's 150.
Ron, you're out in our cornfield now. How are we supposed to graze corn out here? Sure that thing's not reading meters?
Quite a little fall from there to here.
There is. We got Brian here too. Oh, and the dog?
Yeah. He's staying in the truck.
Oh, hey buddy. Hey.
Big thing is when we were talking about maybe upgrading the dryer someday, so we didn't have to reinvent the wheel if you guys do put in a new dryer. I even laid it out for the future plan, kind of what the building pad would be.
Oh, well, that kind of went somewhat painlessly. Once you kind of get stuff marked out a little bit, it actually takes up a lot more space than you kind of think, but we have some time to decide right now. We just kind of laid out some flags to just kind of get a feel for where the area is going to be. So we're going to do a little maneuvering around just to kind of figure out the final design, because it's a lot easier to move a flag that's stuck in the ground than it is to move a 80-yard chunk of concrete. Kind of unfortunately, we got rain last night and the roads are kind of muddy and there's no cab on this. You know, this would have been a good job for Dad. Ooh. There's a horn on here. Hey, look at that. Oh, looks like Ronnie's here now. Busy driveway today. Sloppy, sloppy.
I'm doing Ronnie's job. Rolling the tarp.
Geez, DC, you got that pretty full looking there. Oh no, Ronnie, you're good. You can put a lot more in here. Well, I don't want to get an overweight ticket. Nah, don't worry about it. They'll only pull you over if you're over 110,000 pounds. Oh, well, I think I'm gonna pull forward so that we don't overfill the semi. Since we're on the farm here and we don't have a scale for the semi to win, we don't really know how full Ronnie is. Through the airbags here, there's like some sort of little metering system, so you can kind of get a rough idea on how full you are based off this gauge.
They're up. We got Ronnie full.
Well, what do we have here? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Oh, come on, my grass.
Sorry about that.
What'd you do to my grass?
I'm sorry.
They didn't drive through my yard this time. Hey, I like this driver. Well, I guess I go to the bathroom. I come out and they already have the truck unloaded. So this is how we lock our door. We just back the grain cart until it's touching, and then you just take a chain and chain binder and you tighten it to the grain cart. I'm not trying to keep everybody in suspense with what we got in that semi-trailer, but we only got a few boxes of corn and some chemicals, so we're still waiting on our soybeans and some more boxes of corn. So we'll go over everything once we get it all, but now we're gonna head down to the main heated shop. It's all you. Got it. Get them all the line with that? What's wrong with her?
Something's wrong with the steering.
I don't see what's wrong with the steering, Coop. What do you mean? You're trying to tell me that everything doesn't just have one wheel turn?
Not most.
While Coop's working on that, I'm gonna address all of these Nappy filters that we got from the Nappy sale this year. None of them are labeled yet, so we'll come back here, we'll get them labeled, get everything organized here on the shelf, and we'll know everything's at. real question is, where am I supposed to fit this one? Wrong shelf, but it'll work. Hey Nick, what are you doing here?
Don't get too many spitting tickets.
Why? Dude, that looks like our old elementary principal.
Cooper thought it looked like your mom.
Nice dipstick.
Yeah, checking the hydraulic oil. I would think it was going to be really hard to get into, but it's not too bad.
What? They designed something that's not hard to get to?
Well, it ain't the most comfortable.
All right, we're gonna let Dad work on that for a little bit, and I'm going to get started on a project that I started months ago, but I kind of put on the back burner, and that is making shadow boards. So I got a couple sheets of Kaizen foam here, and what we're gonna do is just what I did to this drawer. I put the foam in there, and then I took some wrenches, and I laid them out how I wanted them. Then I traced everything with a marker, then I took a razor blade, I cut it all out. And then now when we open up a drawer, we know where all the wrenches are. You know the exact spot that goes into. They don't move around. You don't have to dig through a whole pile of things to find stuff. And better yet, if one of these is gone, you know which one's missing. And if someone could explain to me why a 2x4 sheet of this stuff is like $45, I would really appreciate it. This stuff's expensive. Is there like a snap-on sticker on here or something? This is the hard part, getting it out in one piece. There we go. Well, there we have it. We got everything cut out, but we're not quite done yet, because in this form, once you get a wrench in here, it's really hard to get your fingers in there. You gotta dig on the side of the foam. It's kind of a pain. So I'm gonna cut out some little finger slots here between all of these. That way we can easily pull the wrenches out. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't move anywhere. We got 2 drawers done. We have a lot of drawers to go, but we're kind of getting a feel for how this is going to be. Just to kind of give a little reference, a lot of times wrenches are just kind of laid around the shop like this, and then this would be considered an organized drawer. I mean, you still have to sift through stuff to find out what's what. Where here, it's just boom, right there. I do want to take a marker and write what stuff is on top of them, so that way you can easily see. Clean, 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 clean. But speaking of clean, I'm all dirty, I'm tired, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go home, go to bed. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.